It was terrifying. When COVID happened, we were burning off our first and only job, and that job started in January, it was going to end in April. We had nothing on the back end, but now we had employees and payroll and rent obligation. We looked at each other and we thought, we've made a huge mistake here. When you're faced with that kind of challenge, and it really is binomial, it's sink or swim. We put our nose down and we started hustling. And that was what really built the backbone or the culture of our company at day one of, we're going to survive this. And we're going to not only survive this, but we're going to come out and thrive. The idea that great companies perform greatly even in tough times. That's what we believed in, and that's what we executed.
It's fun and it's tough. And there's no balance between the two from when you're starting from nothing. I think that's the biggest thing, is when you literally started back there with 2 cold, dark offices, and he and I were the only 2 up here trying to figure out how to get insurance for people, how to get a 401k for people. He's putting bids together to figure out how we actually get work, trying to go figure out how to hire your first project manager, your first superintendent, all the parts of how do we do accounting, like all those parts and pieces. Those are the things that everybody loves to see where you're at, but that's the granular side of what it takes to get there.
I think the equation's really simple. You treat people how you want to be treated. In our industry, the word contractor is kind of synonymous, or has become synonymous with crook. What we decided to do when we set out to start Birch was the opposite of that. When we tell you we're going to do something, we're going to do it. All of our clients and our employees have full access to my partner, Matt, and me, and that's because we care a great deal about them as people, and we care a great deal about the projects that they're working on. And that care comes out. Our team sees it, the clients see it, and when we think about what are we going to do today from a job standpoint or from a task standpoint, it's usually how can I help someone else? And that's really the culture that we built here, is how can I, in doing my job, make someone else's job better or easier?
I think the hardest thing was, as we grew for a significant period of time, Tyler handled pre-construction, I handle operations. At one point in time, when you have 18 people that report to you, you can't do that. That's not healthy for anybody. It's too many people. It's too many hats to wear. I got, honestly, probably the lowest point in my career during that time period. I've never been in a mindset. I was in a pretty bad spot. I had a coaching moment where she just asked me, "How are you doing?" And the reality of it is when you're at our position, nobody asks us how we're doing. It's, how's the business doing? Are we paying our employees? Are we making payroll? Right? Are we getting new jobs? Are we feeding the machine? And so when she asked me that, I was like, something doesn't change, I'm gonna lose it. From there, I was able to then start looking at things different holistically. How do we make sure we're partnering with each other and we're taking the stress off each other as well? So that was a big part for us. That was about 2.5 years in or so.
I get phone calls all the time of people who are thinking about starting their own business. And I always ask, what's your go live date? And the answer is usually something like, well, I'm waiting for a little bit of this to take off, and once it does, I'll quit my day job and it'll be fine. If you're waiting for your side hustle to become your main hustle, it will never happen, because until you are fully committed to making this endeavor successful, it won't happen. The reason that our company's name is Birch and it's not Burns and Smith Construction or something similar is because from the start, this was not about the individuals, Tyler Burns and Matt Smith. This was about the team that we wanted to build and get behind, not lead at the forefront. Our entire goal in starting Birch was to create a team of people that we could build and elevate up as leaders and experts in their craft and in our field.
Well, the reality of it is what Birch is today is everybody that's behind me and sits there. It's not Tyler and I. We might have set the tone, but we've hired the right people and brought them on as teammates and gave them our vision, and they've run with the vision, and they're continuing to run with it on a day-to-day basis. And so the organization is theirs, it's not ours.